You've been turned down for an auto loan, a mortgage, or a credit card. It's because of your credit score. I'm Ben Dodd, I'm a credit expert. I'm here to tell you the best way to check your credit score. Before we get started, make sure and subscribe to this newsletter. That way you'll get notified the next time our helpful credit videos come out. You are entitled to a free credit report annually. The Fair Credit Reporting Act states that you are allowed to get a copy of your annual credit report from each of the 3 credit reporting agencies. You can do that by going to a website called freeannualcreditreport.com. If you've already used up that free credit report, you can also find some other links and some places where you can get a consumer report as well for a nominal charge. Okay, so to get a copy of your credit report, a lot of people go to a credit monitoring site. And a credit monitoring site would be a site that you can enroll in, and they'll give you alerts of things that have changed on your credit report, and you can get a refresh credit report. The majority of those have a nominal fee or charge for that, and they're usually pretty decent. But there are some free sites, Credit Karma, for instance. Credit Karma, you have to keep in mind that things that are given away for free usually have something that go along with it. In this case, they're going to market a lot of credit cards to you, which means they're going to share their information with affiliates, and the affiliates are usually credit card companies. So, you're going to give and take, and you're going to get something in return, but usually it's going to be some credit card offers along with it. So you can go to credit monitoring sites to get a free copy of your report in some instances, or they can actually charge you, and you can get a copy of that today. So you got a copy of your credit report. Here's the things I want you to look for. And we're going to give you a list of those things. But the most important things are your private information, your name, date of birth, social, and current address. Make sure those are right, or else you're just not looking at your credit report. Then I want you to go through and look at detailed account information. Are those in my accounts? Do I have those credit accounts? Do I have that auto loan? Make sure that the balances and the amounts are correct. Make sure your payment dates are correct. So if you made a payment, make sure that it's showing that you made a recent payment. So all that stuff has to be fair, accurate, and up to date. Those are the things you want to look for on a credit report, again, along with anything that would show public records. So if they happen to list things like bankruptcy, tax liens, things like that. And of course, if they're not yours, those are the things that are going to be hurting your credit and affecting your credit score. So you want to access your credit report? Well, what things are going to be needed? Well, they're going to need to identify who you are. So that's going to be your name, date of birth, social security number, and address. If you've moved recently, you might have to include your previous address. But those are the 4 key factors you're going to need for you or any of your lenders to try and access your credit report. Okay, so the most widely used credit scoring model is put out by FICO. You've probably heard of that before. But FICO gets its data from the 3 credit reporting agencies. So your credit report is really the data that's sent to FICO, and then that FICO is put into what they call an algorithm. So it's just a computer data model that spits out a score after it takes in the data provided by the credit reporting agencies. So that credit score is kind of like your ranking or a snapshot in time of your ability or their ability to be lent to, or how good or how bad you are of a risk for lending to. So that credit score is going to be important, and here's kind of the rankings of the scores and where you might fall if you're looking to get some finance. Okay, so we know where to get and check our credit scores. We know which credit scores are important. We know that the credit score is usually the first thing that the lenders are going to look at, and you want to make sure you have a good credit score. So I hope you got all that information, where to get it, how to check it, and then again, how important it is to have a good credit score, and then what goes into that. And again, just make sure your information is correct and that credit score is actually about you. So, hey, I really hope you liked that video. I hope it cleared up some things for you. If you did like it, please share, like, or comment. If there's anything I can do or any questions I can answer, please don't hesitate. I'm here to help. Just click my link below or reach out to me on Better Listen to Ben.